If you're a longtime viewer of the channel, or even if you're new, you've probably encountered this man while looking for tier men on YouTube. I've been aware that we share a name since I started the channel back in March of 2024, but it was not until recently that I noticed it was difficult for my friends and family to find my channel, since he's all that comes up when you search for tier men. So I decided I would look into the channel and see who I was sharing the space with.
Number one thing that you should never do for a woman is take her advice, okay?
What the? Just by watching his most recent video and looking through his video titles, I began understanding what type of person this guy is. Keith Davis is a sexist douchebag who uses his platform to take advantage of vulnerable men. His pretentious alpha male energy is about as charming as Bill Cosby with a free cocktail. He is constantly promoting his website where he offers merch, fragrance, an original ebook, and even one-on-one coaching with KD himself. His videos about relationships give genuinely awful advice and paint women as the source of men's problems.
So women will give you shit tests. Okay guys, this will be in the form of maybe ignoring you, maybe in the form of challenging you, but over time, okay, 1, through falling in love with this woman, 2, just through 1,000 concessions because she beats him down through different types of manipulation tactics, he slowly turns into a beta. Okay guys, and she slowly changes his mindset. Now he's a Kamala Harris supporter.
So, as the channel who shares his name, I am exposing Keith as the evil person he really is. Davis's channel produces 3 main types of videos: relationship videos, self-development videos, and fitness videos. Although he makes stuff on other topics including fragrance, finance, and body language. Today, I will go through each type of his videos and point out how much of an idiot this guy is.
If you carry yourself well by nature and osmosis, you're going to get natural pre-selection from people.
Starting with his relationship advice.
This is what happens, and I don't even blame women, okay guys, but what a woman will do is she will turn you into a female and then leave you for being a bitch. But if you're in a conversation with a woman, let's say on a date, you should be in a secret battle with her to try to find out who can get the person to talk more. That should be your job, finding out more about her and not even caring more about her, but just getting her to talk more.
Whoa! How much you care about the person should be weighed into the equation here.
But for the most part, when it comes to final decisions for my life, I don't listen to my chick, okay?
That's a bad one. I don't have anything funny to say about that.
You're unattractive because you're literally gossiping and talking bad about another human being, whether it's a man or a woman. Okay, fellas, like I said, gossip is a feminine trait. All right, one of the things you should never do for a woman is give up all your sexual options. Okay, guys, now y'all know, like...
Keith. As you can see, it is clear that Keith has absolutely no respect for women. He advises his followers not to take women seriously, and to ignore when they give advice, even saying that women never say what they mean.
Woman tells you something, like let's say she tells you she wants something, and then you go with what she wants, and then later on she tells you, well, I didn't really want that, and your dumb ass like, oh, I thought you said you wanted it. No, I didn't say I want that. Well, you clearly told me that's what you wanted. Gee, women are like this, they're confusing as fuck. So when it comes to taking her advice, she will always lead you to failure. Gee, I guarantee you 100%. Okay, guys, but this is one of my red pill moments when I start to understand that women don't really want attention. They don't want the attention that they ask you for. Okay, sometimes when they beg for this attention, sometimes it's a shit test, or sometimes she just wants to see if you're gonna stand on your business and stick on your purpose and not give her all the attention that she's begging for. Okay, guys, in reality, women want to miss you, but deep down inside, she wants to miss you. She wants to be away from you and desire and dream and fantasize about being with you. But when you're around her too much and you give her all your attention, you cut that fantasy short and she doesn't have anything to dream about. Therefore, you become mundane and repetitive to her. Therefore, you become boring, and then the cheating and the lying and the, all this other stuff starts. Alright, fellas?
He demands that the woman cut herself off from any other male relationships, while in the same breath telling men to keep sexual options.
Whatever, y'all know I say what the fuck is on my mind, and I don't care because I'm gonna tell the truth. Alright, one of the things you should never do for a woman is give up all your sexual options. But I will tell you this, if a woman has not given up all of her sexual options, meaning all of the men on her social media sites, meaning her social media sites are now private, meaning she has deleted all of these males that she used to deal with from her phone, meaning she has deleted any trace of her dealing with another man. Unless she can do that, I'm talking about male friends, all this shit. Unless she has done that, you do not sacrifice all of your sexual options for this woman. I see men do this so fucking much. They get with a woman, okay, they fall in love with a chick, and she's in love too, but who knows, but they fall in love with a woman, and she tells them, you gotta delete all these women, you gotta block all these chicks, get rid of all your female friends, I don't want you talking to any woman, I don't want you liking anybody's shit, I don't want you following any woman, I don't even want you looking at a bitch. Okay, guys, but this bitch still got all these side dudes. She still got men have access to her, and I see this every single day.
He says that men should always be the leader, and that if a woman gets between the man and his goals, then she should be discarded. For Keith, relationships are purely transactional, which is why he replaces love with genuine burning desire in his videos, so he can define it however he wants.
But there's also a difference between love and burning desire. Okay, guys, genuine burning desire. So when you ask, how do I know when a woman loves me? The real question should be, how do I know when a woman has genuine burning desire for me? Even if a woman tells you that she loves you, there's certain things, and there's actually 7 things that she's gonna do when she actually has burning desire for you. Alright, this is a powerful weapon. Burning desire, I mean, it's like a sword that you need to be careful with when you wield. Okay, fellas, because if you move the wrong way, it'll backfire and stab your ass in the chest, G. You cheated on her, fellas, her friend telling you to leave her, she will make up a reason for you cheating on her, fellas. She will make it her fault. Why, fellas? Because of genuine burning desire. You ain't got your shit together, but let's say you slinging pipe. Alright, guys, and that's why she got genuine burning desire for you, right?
So, by the way Keith handles relationships, should you trust him with self-development?
You gotta understand that your feelings do not matter. Alright, fellas? I'm gonna be honest with you. Gee, I got little sons, okay? And my 3-year-old son, I tell him every day, gee, I don't care about your feelings. I don't care that you're crying. I don't care that you're sad. Women got their own shit. There's a lot of degeneracy, but one thing that is lacking, alright, fellas, is dangerous men. Okay, intimidation equals respect. So when you show a woman that you don't need her validation at all, and you can show her that you're not trying to please her, okay, by pumping her ego or pandering for her, this is going to intimidate her. And when this intimidates her, this is going to give her a level of respect for you.
Alright, so he says a lot of stupid stuff, but to give the devil his due, some of his points are good. However, they are immediately soured by his extreme worldview.
Say no. Okay, guys, now remember I said laws of power. This is going to relate to number 16 of the law of power. And that means use your absence to increase honor and respect. Is that you're willing to have difficult conversations. Okay, fellas, most people don't want to confront the beast. But when you are not afraid to express yourself in a masculine way to where you can convey your message without getting all of your emotions and your feelings, you will stand out. Another thing, okay, guys, say what you think. So I'm not telling you to say what you feel, because God didn't make you to be emotional. That's a woman. Okay, guys, that's weakness. You have to get used to being alone, G. Okay, now I don't believe in total isolation, but I do believe that there are times where you should take time alone, detach yourself from life and people, and just focus on you and recharge your batteries. But when you are that type of guy who's okay with being alone, this is gonna intimidate people. Let's say you plan to go out on a date with a chick, and then she canceled the date, and you brush it off like you don't care, and you say, okay, cool. See you later, maybe next time. You know, in her head, most chicks, that will fuck their ego up because they think you're supposed to care about missing a date with them, G. But when you don't give a shit, bro, that is power. That intimidates women. That actually scares a lot of low quality women off. If you want to know how to scare off a narcissistic woman, bro, be okay with being alone.
Needless to say, I do not envy his son. Honestly, I don't envy anyone who has to spend time with this man. It's hard to believe that he became so successful by spouting utter nonsense, but maybe he had more humble beginnings. If there's one thing I would value his opinion on, it would be fitness. So let's see those videos.
No matter if you're wearing a suit, no matter if you're wearing a button-down, t-shirt, wife beater, or if you're just shirtless, all right? Women are gonna always pay attention to your chest and your triceps. All right, as a man, bro, your physique is literally a status symbol. But today we're gonna be talking about why I eat the same thing every day and why you should eat the same thing every day. And the crazy thing about having a great physique is when you talk, people listen. When you got a great physique, as I told you guys before, you don't need game. But I'm gonna just tell you this, man. You gotta eat the same stuff every day. All right, that's how you get the best results.
You may be surprised to know that of his 31 video playlist, only 5 contain tutorials on actual exercises. The other videos are just him talking about how much women love his muscles. And even the few tutorial videos are narrated by his stories of women hitting on him in the gym.
But today I decided to approach her because today the choosing signals was just extreme, bro. It was over the top, man. You know, like I walked past her one time just to go get some water, bro, and you can tell she had a little puppy dog look on her face, G, ready for me to come talk to her.
Now, I sent some videos to a fitness friend of mine who confirmed that his fitness advice is good, but it is clear that the terrible relationship advice has been his true passion since the beginning. It's difficult to express just how angry this guy makes me. I've cut out a lot of the live reaction footage for clarity, but there were certainly moments.
The next thing you should never do for a woman, and that's be a stepdaddy. Okay, guys, you never.
Does he actually mean what I think he means here?
I'm not saying you can't mess with single moms, okay, and use them either with friends with benefits, spinning plates, whatever, G. You can even have them in your rotation, but you don't go to the point to where you're a stepdaddy.
Why? That seems like an actually very honorable thing to do. To take on the responsibility that another man forsook. That's an extremely honorable thing to do. And to help out this person who's most likely struggling. But he's encouraging you to, instead of taking on that extra responsibility, you should treat them as an object. You should keep them in your rotation. That is messed up. That is actually that's pissing me off.
Okay, guys, I am not for being a stepdaddy. I have done this before. I did this a lot in my 20s, and there is never a benefit, okay, or a good result out of doing this.
Maybe that's because you're a terrible person, and you should feel bad about your life choices. Holy shit! Don't tell me what to do just because you didn't like little Timmy and his bitchin'. When I first started this project, I anticipated myself having to do a lot of commentary explaining my position and why I think Keith Davis is such a terrible person. But through the course of making this, it turns out that I never needed to. Keith does a plenty good job explaining it himself.
This is why I tell you don't argue with women. Just ignore them, because when you argue with them, you show them you mad at them. But when you ignore them, you show her that you don't like her. But you can't emotionally react to rejection.
You can emotionally react to rejection. You should. If someone gets rejected, my advice to them is not going to be to reject their own feelings. Be sad. It's okay to be sad. You can be sad and you can learn from it, but you gotta get over it.
Like I said, you have been psyoped, okay, and indoctrinated to believe by Disney movies, single moms, feminism, fairy tale land, clown world, that you should be chasing love and relationships. Gee, I'm gonna be honest, you know why most men don't have love and relationships these days? Because they don't chase this. That's why. Because they too busy focusing on this and they don't chase this. Okay? This ain't for you, G. That's for women, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. That ain't for you. It's great to have it, but that's not your main mission in life. Your main mission in life is fucking. Alright, fellas, I'm gonna give you an example. Let's say you a piece of shit and you a dirtbag, alright, G?
As I wrap up this video, I just want to remind everyone that people like Keith still exist and thrive on the internet. It's easy for men who are struggling to get roped into this dogma. So take this as a PSA to check in on your friends. As my good friend Peyton always says, do not hurt in the quiet. So reach out into the quiet.